Don't try and get me to cook. I can take care of anything else, but not that.
Raiden can't cook. If you go to any cooking pot in Genshin, she will be the only character in the entire game that isn't allowed to cook. But I don't believe for a second that she's actually this bad at cooking. So we're gonna put her cooking skills to the test by asking an AI clone of her personality the exact instructions on baking her the most perfect birthday cake you can ever imagine. Now, since Raiden can't cook, she also is the only character in the entire game that doesn't have a specialty dish. But in game, she's known for loving sweets.
I just don't see how desserts can pose a serious obstacle to my pursuit of eternity.
And in almost every illustration of her, there's one constant that remains: Dango. And after searching around on the internet, I found a birthday cake design for Raiden that looks so good that I almost thought it was officially designed by HoYoverse. So we're gonna be replicating this design as her unofficial birthday cake. I asked Raiden on what ingredients I should get because I wanted her to make the cake. Alright, she's renowned for not knowing how to cook, and I am gonna prove today that she can cook by eating her cooking today. Alright, we're gonna eat her cooking. I promise you I'm not going to die. So now that we have the design, what kind of cake does Raiden want?
Let's see, my favorite cake recipe. I would have to say a moist and fluffy Sakura mochi cake. It is a traditional Inazuman specialty. Do you know how to make mochi?
No, please instruct me, my queen.
Very well. To make Sakura mochi, first you will need to create the mochi dough. You will need glutinous rice flour, sugar, and water. First, you will mix the flour and sugar together.
I asked her on character AI what ingredients should I get. She wanted a Sakura mochi cake. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out what that is. I've never done cooking like this before, but apparently it's some Inazuman specialty. I don't know, I've never made Inazuman cuisine before. Something that we're also gonna make, we're gonna make tricolor dango. I've tried making tricolor dango in the past, and it has not gone well. We've used the Genshin cookbook in the past, and we have the recipe here. I actually have all the ingredients, so I think we can get this done. Do I need any other ingredients, eh?
Yes. In addition to the flour and sugar, you will need some red food coloring to give the mochi its signature pink color. You can also add some Sakura blossom essence for extra flavor, but that is optional.
Another key ingredient Raiden asked for was Sakura blossom essence. We're not in Japan, so I don't know what the hell Sakura blossom essence is. I have raspberry jello. Alright. Yeah, I think it's the same thing as Sakura essence. I have all the ingredients ready. What's the first step to baking this cake?
Good. The first step after getting all your ingredients together is to preheat the oven to the appropriate temperature. For the Sakura mochi cake, you should preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, we should preheat the oven. We're getting everything out of the oven right now. See this guy? Look at his drip. Look at how drippy he is. Isn't he drippy, guys? Okay, the oven is heating. What now?
Excellent. The oven is heating. The next step is to mix together the ingredients for the cake batter. Start by creaming together the butter and sugar in a large bowl until light and fluffy.
Cream together the butter and sugar in a large bowl? Just butter and sugar, Raiden? How much?
For the butter and sugar, you will need about 1 cup, 2 sticks of butter, and about 1 3/4 cups of sugar. Cream the butter and sugar together until the mixture is light and fluffy.
2 sticks of fucking butter? We don't exactly have sticks. Chat, my butter's looking a little different. We don't exactly have sticks of butter. What do I do with this? This isn't a stick. That's 1 cup and 3/4. Supposedly that's a cup. I didn't know a cup was that much. Let's get that butter. I guess we'll just cut it in half. Well, apparently we're making some type of cream. Guys, look, he's Farina. But bro thinks he's Farina. Cream the butter and sugar together until the mixture is light and fluffy. Yo! What is it? Y'all see what he just did? Fuck.
Hey, Smiles, glad to see you progressing through the steps.
Smiles gladly to see you progressing through the steps. Oh no.
After you have added the eggs, you will need to add in the flour, baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Begin by adding in about 2 cups of flour, followed by about 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Stir the mixture to combine everything together.
Dude, I would eat it just like this. This is smelling fantastic. Yeah, exactly. It's just butter and egg. It's smelling fantastic. I want to eat this. Can I take like a spoonful of this?
Oh, we're not done yet.
By now, we have the cake batter completed. However, Raiden requested that we make a Sakura mochi cake for her birthday. So we needed to focus on making a mochi batter as well. Raiden how do I make mochi dough? I did not prepare it in advance.
Ah, forgive me, I had assumed you had prepared the mochi dough in advance. Allow me to instruct you on how to prepare the mochi dough separately. For making the mochi dough, you will need about 1½ cups of glutinous rice flour, about 1/3 cup of sugar, and about 1/3 cup of water.
So after the sugar, let's see, 1/3 cups of water. I think it should be hot water as well.
Hot water? Can you ask her to specify?
Raiden, is the water hot or cold?
The water should be cold. Make sure to use cold water, as using hot water can lead to the mochi dough becoming too sticky. Once you have gathered all the ingredients, begin by mixing the glutinous rice flour together with about 1/3 cup of cold water.
And then eventually when that's stirred, that should be super sticky, and then we're gonna add that to this really dry cake mixture that we have going on here. Yo, that kind of looks a little bit sus. That kind of looks like cum, bro. What the fuck? Okay, we added the mixture.
Excellent. You have added the mochi dough mixture into the cake batter. Next, give everything a good stir to fully combine everything together. Make sure that all the mochi dough is integrated into the cake batter.
It looks pretty good. That should be really sticky. Are you eating that? Everything was going great! The cake and the mochi batter were made and combined. But the problem is that we were still missing one very key ingredient for this birthday cake. The milk! Raiden never mentioned anything about adding milk to the recipe. And as much as it hurt me, I wasn't allowed to remind her either, since this challenge was to follow her instructions to the word. So I'll just have to trust that this turns out as a normal cake. But not everyone in the kitchen had the same trust in Raiden's cooking as I did.
We've never baked anything before. Well, me and Ace haven't, so this is the first time we're doing this. And all of the ingredients and recipe instructions that we are getting are from AI Raiden, so if it does not come out edible, it's clearly her fault. She clearly can't cook.
What's next, my queen?
The next step is to pour the batter into the cake pan. You can use a round cake pan for this recipe, or you can even use a cupcake pan if you want. Carefully pour the cake batter into the pan, filling it about 2/3 of the way full.
She can cook, chat. She can cook, chat. Don't worry, don't worry. Yes, she can. Yo, fuck this cameraman. Who hired this cameraman? Oh, look at that. Look how nice and creamy and cummy that shit is. I want to taste it. Give me some of that.
What happened? Not good?
No, it tastes good. It's just I don't like how he's sticking it in my mouth. Yo, nobody clipped that. Is it on there? Let me stick my hand in there.
The next step is to bake the cake. Once you have the cake batter in the pan, place the pan in the preheated oven and bake the cake for about 30-35 minutes. Check on the cake occasionally while it bakes, and when a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean, the cake is done.
Now that very questionable cake using Raiden's recipe was finally in the oven, her job is officially done, and all we can do now is hope that the cake turns out good after baking. Now it was up to me to follow through on designing the decor for her birthday cake. There were 3 things that we need to prep: purple icing, Dango, and Raiden's signature insignia. We thought to start the insignia first, as it would probably take the longest, considering my idea for it was to create it out of a chocolate mold. Now, by no means am I an expert at melting chocolate, but I thought we can get a little fancy with it. So at first, we poured bits of chocolate into a glass container, and inserted that container into another glass container that we filled with water. The idea here was that the water would heat up and steam the chocolate long enough for it to melt, but that didn't go so well.
Oh! Well, that happened.
Oh my gosh!
I blame you.
The glass just shattered.
So what's another way to melt chocolate?
We're microwaving. As you can see right there, we're microwaving this chocolate. One broken glass later, and the chocolate from the mold was finally melted. But after watching us cook for a while, my friends had their concerns about how Raiden's birthday cake would turn out. So they decided to bake a cake of their own, as a contingency plan, just in case I ruined Raiden's birthday cake due to my inability to cook. Look at that, he's not even stirring the eggs as he's adding them. That's the cake that he's making because he thinks he could bake better than us. Okay, get the camera off him. Yo, get that camera off of that dude.
But it does look good, man.
What do you mean it does look good? Are you going to his side now? You're supposed to be helping me. We're making this cake together. So stop looking at that
fucking... But that doesn't mean this is going to come out good.
No, it's going to come out good. Almost.
Guys, my cake looks better, right? It's the one that's in the batter.
Yo, I'm gonna fire this cameraman. I swear to God.
I'm doing better than him.
Now, we didn't have a mold, so we poured the chocolate into a container, and the thought was to later cut it out in the shape of Raiden's insignia. But for now, we need to put this thing in the freezer for it to cool down and harden. And with that out of the way, we can finally get to our second piece of decor, Tricolor Dango. For me, this was the scary part, because I've tried cooking this in the past, and oh, it has turned out terribly. Maybe this time will be different. Alright, let's start this dango. That's at 13 minutes, so we have 13 minutes to do this dango. We're actually going to follow the recipe book. We actually have a recipe book now. 20 grams of that. We're not doing exact measurements, but who actually does exact measurements? Nobody. That's 20 grams, supposedly. We have the main ingredient. We have maca powder. Now, what exactly is maca powder? I think this is it's like a ground up Japanese tea. That's what it says here. Following the Genshin cookbook, roughly, we put all the ingredients together and it wasn't turning out how we thought it would. The dough was super liquidy, which is about the exact same thing that happened the first time. Why the fuck can't we make dango? I feel like this is the same thing that happened last time. In a pot, simmer the water, drop the balls, drop the balls, cook until they float. We're just coloring it. It doesn't matter about the flavor. Oh, it does smell like grass. Chat, this is grass. Kind of smells like grass. This is a lot of matcha powder, man. I think I added too much. That's how it's turning out. I think it's pretty good. Okay, these are done. This is holding up perfectly. Near boiling water, and then we add it in the pot for 5 minutes to cook. We'll see. I don't know. Those balls, they felt kind of heavy. I don't know how the dango balls are gonna come out, but I love balls. Yes.
Like the balls in your mouth, is that what I'm hearing? It's kind of gay if you ask me.
Cove Gaming says someone clipped that. What? Brother's right in the other room. Like, what do you mean clip that? Apparently they're gonna float. I have a feeling it's not gonna float. We dropped the dango into simmering water so that the flour would cook. Easy to say, it did not cook. They feel mushy, but I think they're supposed to feel mushy. Yeah, so the dango did not go well, but I mean, it looks like dango. That's all that matters, right? Anyways, it was time to do a taste test. Delicioso! Muy bueno. Yo, what am I saying? It's just like green tea. A lot better. A lot better. Instantly so much better. What a nice luxurious snack. Oh, my favorite. Pink. It's bubblegum pink. It is not flavored. It just has red 40 in it. All we did was put red 40 in the chat. This has the best texture out of all of them, but it has the worst taste. At the very least, our dango, in my eyes, was acceptable. And now that that's completed, it's time to check on the cake. Oh, the cake's ready. Oh, we should probably take out the cake.
If anything comes out, then it's not ready yet. But if nothing comes out, then we're good.
Is that good?
I guess that's good. It might not look good, but it's good.
So now we're gonna put the actual good cake inside the oven. Can I borrow the oven mitts?
No, you can't. Again, this is our cake. It kind of looks more like bread, because for some reason, Raiden, again, we took Raiden's recipe to make this entire cake, and she didn't tell us to add milk. Now, it's supposed to be a Mochi cake. I don't know why there's no milk. Why did it, like, fall?
Because there's not enough substance inside of it.
It, like, collapsed on itself in the middle. I don't know what to do. It's actually just breaking the cake. The cake is cracking right there. How's this cake looking?
Why are you focusing on his cake?
Don't worry. I'm just curious how his cake is looking. When I thought of a Sakura Mochi cake, that's not exactly what I thought of. I mean, let's just take the Sakura part out of it. That doesn't really look very Mochi to me. It looks like the allegations were true. Raiden can't cook. I actually can't defend this. This genuinely looks atrocious. So I decided to make the executive decision to give up on Raiden's cake, and instead use the backup cake that my friends had prepared instead. I think we pick back up with your cake. You win, alright? You win. I think I give up on Raiden's cake. That's Raiden's cake, and it's crumbling apart, as you can see. It's not doing so hot. If we touch that thing even a little bit, it's gonna fall apart. As you can see, it's already kind of falling apart. I don't know why she didn't ask us to add, like, milk, or you know, anything to it. I feel like milk would have helped contain it together. This is an even level. As you can see, it's not very straight. It's not very flat. There's a big dent in there. It's like a crater in there.
That pattern was not good.
My own teammate doesn't believe in me. My own teammate gave up on me. This is not a rave, but he thinks he's in a rave. Ace has failed his wife, and he's given up on the cake. No, we haven't given up. We've just we just reallocated our investments.
Yeah, we lost.
What do you mean we lost? We didn't lose. There is no losing. Oh. Yo, I think he nutted a little in his pants. He may have nutted a little. Can we stick a bowl in the middle of it?
What?
And make it circular?
Oh, I see what you mean.
My friend made a pretty good sized cake. The problem here is that it looked nothing like the depiction that I wanted. So we decided to cut out a couple pieces and double stack it so it looks circular. Chat, here's your piece. Here's your piece. Here's some cake gameplay. You know what? That tastes pretty good. Okay, cool. That's actually perfect. That's perfect. But before we completely trash Raiden's recipe, I wanted to at least try it. Dude, it looks like a pancake! Wait. That actually tastes fire. Try it. I'm not even joking. That is just sugar. Oh my god. Oh. We double layered the second cake that we made, and hopefully when we put purple icing on it, it looks something like that. Now that the whole cake situation was dealt with, it was time to move on to the second decor, the purple icing. Chat, you want to taste? I think you need more red, buddy. Yo, it's about to not be her birthday anymore. We gotta hurry up. I love consuming blue 4 and red 40. My favorite snack. That's a pretty decent purple, honestly. We're literally just about to add the white lines right there, the icing lines. I don't like how there's like.
What do you mean you don't
see
like
that
it?
right there? It's like exposed. I'm sorry. I'm just pointing out that it's exposed right there. Like, shut up. Leave me alone. Hold it there for a second. Hold it. There we go. All right, we're gonna freeze that. It's gonna stick together. When it's done, we can finish adding the dango. We can finish adding this little parts that's gonna hopefully be made out of chocolate.
One eternity later.
He's still alive?
He's invisible.
Did it?
Oh my god, we did it. Ooh. With 0 stars, chat, we did it. Oh, I swear to god, if you dropped that cake, I would have been pissed. Dude, that looks amazing. And now it was time for our last piece of decor on the cake. Raiden's signature insignia created out of a chocolate mold. Or for better word, attempted. We gotta make this chocolate mold into that thingy right there. If it doesn't work out, the contingency plan is to use this. I would like to not use this, but if we have to, we have to, I guess. Look at that. Solid mold. Solid mold. Okay, so we have the purple base. Maybe we could put some of this. I'm not sure. Oh. Ooh, that's texture. That's Chat, do we see it? Chat, do we see the vision? Is the vision there? Fuck. What the fuck is this? Dude, this thing is massive. Alright, fine. I'll take off my headpiece. It's come to this. I really didn't want to do this, but I took it off. Oh my god, I love that thing. Can we light that shit on fire now? Get a nice like thumbnail photo if you can. I blew it out for her, chat. I blew it out for her. We wished her happy birthday. We made a cake for her. Let's try this cake. This cake took 6 hours. It took 6 hours. I really like it. Now, obviously, the cake didn't go exactly as planned. Her recipe was missing a lot of things. And after today, I don't know if I can defend this girl anymore. The allegations of her not being able to cook might be true. It's probably because I can't cook either. But I like to think it's the thought that matters. Anyways, happy birthday, Raiden. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.